You all right?
Professor? Give me your bag.
How are the kids?
Well, Georgina's fast asleep. Stuart is finishing his homework.
Really? What about Stephen?
Well, I did tell him that you were coming home tonight, so I don't know why he wasn't there when I left.
The cars come from behind.
No, there's no cars there. Don't worry, I'm straight in the lead.
Why are you on the grass?
No, watch me, man. That's my tactics, you get me?
Steve!
Watch me.
Are you going to lose it, man?
I'm not going to lose nothing, man. No, man, I've got to play my game.
Computer in a minute.
Stop it, man.
Look, Steve, it's 10
Oh,
past 10.
man, you see what I'm saying? When Damon Hills, I'll ever do that to him.
Yeah, your foot look like Damon, innit? Come on, hurry up.
Oh, man, we love
Time to bed.
We're splitting, yeah? Come on.
Yeah, take care, yeah?
Uncle.
All right, Steve.
See you later, man.
All right, you take care, yeah?
Yeah, I will do.
Oh, you got money, yeah?
Yeah, I got money.
All right, say hello to Mum and Dad for me, yeah?
Yeah, we'll do.
All right, then. What's the big deal with 10:30 anyway,
My man's been away on a course, man. Hey, that's your time, you know.
Now.
That is your time. Trust me.
Busting up, lad.
Oh, we ain't gonna catch it, man.
So, you didn't bring back no souvenir from Birmingham?
There ain't no souvenirs in Birmingham, Neville. Oh, my God. You got to phone these people, Neville.
No, I wouldn't worry about it. Don't mind them. Because I will just phone them and say that.
Yeah, you don't phone them and curse them, though. You phone them and try and get a solution.
Yeah, but Stephen, man, we could all be going out clubbing and all that. You could even be checking Zareen. You get me getting down and all that. No, allow it.
So Georgina got something there, innit?
No, Georgina didn't get anything.
What did you get, Stephen?
Nothing. Didn't get your dad nothing. I didn't bring back anything for anybody. I thought I would be enough.
That's bad.
Why is it bad? I went up there to study, not to go and shop for you lot.
I've been doing some heavy history, Mum.
History work. Oh, that's good. You finished it all up now?
Yeah. Has to be handed in tomorrow.
Okay.
So what, we've got to change buses now, lad?
Yes, we've got to change buses now, man. You always used to complain about something else, man. We get the bus from over there. It's just common sense. It'll be quicker, aren't I? Stop chatting rubbish, man.
Oh, yeah, all right, chill, bro, chill.
You just hurry up.
Come, blood, we actually looking at 161 enough, or 122.
Yeah, we're getting the bus, man. Stop complaining.
You're the one who wants to get home fast, blood. It's your parents, not
I
mine.
gotta get home fast.
ITN, he wanted to make sure it was long-term and sustainable.
Yeah, dinner's getting cold.
Long-term boost.
Stuart, I've finished.
Nah, but serious thing though, you know what I mean? You gotta get home, man.
Yeah, come on, man.
Done told my certain
I can face
time.
the world. Oh, you know I can do anything. 122 or 161, blood.
122, man.
How long?
10 minutes.
levels. It is continuing, and that shows several things.
Did Stephen say where he was going?
Manufacturing,
No, I did tell him that you were coming home tonight, so...
and that they are successfully doing so.
Yeah, he's 18.
Yeah, I only wanted to see him.
We knew we should have stayed on the 26, man. We didn't, did we?
I said 286. Oh, this is long, man.
Yeah, it's long, man. It's not long, man. So wait, you always in some kind of rush, some kind of madness.
And check out that new estate down here, Bramley.
Oh, yeah.
They said they're building 80 units.
Mm-hmm. So you're going to go down there and see if you can get something?
Yeah, I'll go down there on Monday after I go to the bank.
Where you going?
Listen, if we don't get next us fast, you're going to be grounded. Steve, you give me a joke, man.
So what, can you see a bus?
I can't even see it from it. Hang on, it might be one day afternoon, you know.
That bus?
I think it is, you know, blood. Your eyesight's better. I don't want to go out there and we miss one coming up this way and you know that, you get me? Is that 122? That's a bus number, is that 122?
I don't even know what number that is.
Well, hold on.
No. But look, there's the 161, so 161's bound to come the other way.
Yeah, what did you say, last? You said 10 minutes last time, you
Yeah,
get
the
me?
team told me 10 minutes, innit? It's not me that
She ran! Come on, man! Come on, Steve, man! Come on! I'm telling you, they're coming back! Come on! Blood in me, blood! Can't fully come back, but I'm saying you! But they're coming, come on! Come on, Steve! Come on, just keep running! Come on now, come on! Just keep running with me! Just keep running with me, right? Just keep running! Oh my God!
Steve!
Come on, just keep running with me, bro!
What's wrong with me?
Just keep running with me, blood! Come on with me! No, Steve, man! Come on, please! I'm begging you, come on, stay on fire, come on, man! Come on! No, please! No. Ambulance, please, man! Ambulance, I need an ambulance, man! I'm just at the roundabout, by the cinema. Please, someone ambulance fast, my friend's bleeding bad. I don't know the phone's gone. Please, help me. Please, man. Please. Steve, please, I beg.
What's happened here?
Please, this is we got attacked by some white boys.
Some what?
Some white boys beating me on the head. Please.
Oh my
I don't even know if it's still...
God, have you called an ambulance?
I tried.
What did they say? They're coming?
They're coming.
What's his name?
It's Stephen.
Stephen?
Is he still breathing?
He's breathing, it's all right.
You finished?
I can't eat any more, thanks. Oh,
Perhaps from one of the victims of the Bosnian.
I'm going to go up to bed now, Liv.
Till tomorrow, good night.
Yeah.
All right, I'll just clean up down here.
Yeah.
Tell me what's happening. Really, the police, not duty police. The ambulance running.
It's all right, Stephen. It's all right. You're going to be okay.
He's still breathing there.
Yes, it's all right. It's okay.
Ambulance.
Where's the ambulance? When I said for the ambulance, not
This
police.
boy is bleeding very badly.
Please, can we move it to the hospital? Now, can we move it to the
Stand back,
hospital?
would you please, sir?
Hospital 2 minutes away.
Very sharp.
Please,
Please,
breathing.
Tell me your name, please, sir.
Dwayne!
All right, Dwayne. All right.
Look, can we move to the hospital? This is Stephen.
I thought you were going to rob us. I didn't realise.
All right, okay.
Can we move it to the hospital now,
The
please?
ambulance is on its way,
C3
Dwayne.
on the footway.
There's five white boys. We just come from my uncle's house. We were playing games. 5 white boys just down by the bus stop. We're just playing games. We're just playing games.
No, these white boys.
No. We just come from the roundabout just there, and they ran down around there. They run us.
Thanks, madam. Just calm down. The ambulance is on its way.
What was the argument
We
about?
didn't do anything. Just ran out of nowhere.
They just ran out and attacked you. They ran out and hit him with an iron bar.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Why would they do that, Dwayne? Yeah, it's Stephen Lawrence. Yes. Can you just move along here, please?
Hello, Stephen. Hello, Stephen.
Thank you for that.
Can you hear me, Stephen?
Get the lift in now. All right. Yeah, everyone stand back, please. Stand back.
I'll go to the ambulance. I'll go.
You are not going in the ambulance.
All right, Dwayne, come on. All right, we just need to get you in the car.
Watch out. 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, if you could just stay out of the way, please. Thank you. You lose your key? Mr. Lawrence, all right. There's been a bit of a fight, and, well, my lad Joe says that you're Stephen, he might have got hurt a bit. Down there, down Willow Road, wasn't it?
Down there at the roundabout. I saw some blokes run over.
Who is it?
And after that, I just saw him lying on the floor.
You said that Stephen was involved in some kind of fight in
What?
in Eltham in Wellhall Road. All right. Thanks very much. No, they say that there's been no report of anything yet, but no, Stuart, you stay at home, man.
Stay in. Where are you going?
Yeah,
Let me come.
No, we'll be back in a few minutes,
If Georgina
right?
wakes up, there'll be nobody in.
Soon come, man. You said Wellhall Road, innit?
It's car casualty.
Have you had any output at all since you arrived? No?
Okay, team, what we got? 1, 2, 3.
Young male. Leading no output.
Jeez.
Oh, bloody hell. You cut through that t-shirt, will you? I've got a sucking wound here on the left-hand side of his chest. It's about 1 inch wide.
It's supposed to be a head injury.
It's supposed to be. That looks like a stab wound to me. And I've got another one on this side.
Okay, no pulse. Let's start chest compressions. What have you got there?
I've got another one which is sort of an L-shaped wound on that side, which is also sucking.
Okay, he's lost a lot of blood. He's really shut down here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You secure that in place?
Do we know if there's any family around? Does anyone know if there was somebody with him?
All I know is that the paramedics said that there was a friend following.
2, 3.
Right.
Neville.
I'll go and check with them. And are you happy being on your own?
Yes, fine. No problem. I'll get a line right. Okay, thanks.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, what's his chest doing?
2, 3, 4.
Did you actually get to see something?
Dwayne, what I'm just doing.
Excuse me. Who are you?
I'm Stephen's dad. Dwayne, come on, talk to me now.
Mr. Lawrence, Stephen's being looked after. Harriet here is going to look after you, and we'll let you know. Yeah?
We're going to follow him into the family room.
Is he all right?
How is he? Not Steve.
The doctor with him just now, and as soon as we get news, we'll let you know, okay?
Somebody next to him. Someone was jumping.
Can't tell you whereabouts he is.
Was there somebody jump on you?
Just some madness. Just a jump. And they lashed him on the side of the arm there.
Oh, my God.
We just got the bus just walking now. Stephen just standing there. They're coming off with what, nigger? That's what they're coming off with.
More chest compressions and another 2 milligrams of drain down the tube. Still no line.
What have
We're going to need to try and get a central line in here.
Oh, so where have they taken him to?
They're just looking after him now.
Okay.
I'll bring you some news as soon as we get it right.
Oxygen away.
Shock delivered. Pulse check, please. No pulse, doctor. Okay,
Nothing.
charging, stand clear. Oxygen away still. Good. Clear. Shock delivered. Pulse check.
Still no pulse.
Nothing.
Everyone clear, please. Charging. Clear. Shock delivered.
No. Vicky, what do you think? Should we stop now?
He's just got so much going on, I can't get a line him anywhere.
No, I think we have to stop.
Happy to?
I'm not getting any air in here. It's a losing battle.
Okay.
Is that okay, everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, let's call it. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, death confirmed 11:17 or 23:17.
Thank you. I'll speak to the...
Yeah, the parents have arrived. Okay. I'll go and speak to them.
You're happy to do it? Okay, yes. Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, girls. Yeah, you're getting a lot of pads on that. I'll write his notes.
Because I did tell him that you were coming home tonight, you know?
Well, you know what they're like.
All right, do it. All right. Come on, honey. Take it easy now. Come on and sit down.
Mr. Lawrence?
Right.
Mrs. Lawrence? I'm Dr. Patel.
Yes.
I'm afraid there's bad news. Stephen died a few minutes ago.
What?
No. That can't be right.
We tried to
I can't be
revive
right.
him, but he never really regained consciousness.
What?
No,
I'm so sorry.
because, you know, that can't be right. Why not? Why do you have to be out with you? Huh? Why do you have to be out with you?
Oh, God!
All right. Come on.
Oh, my God!
Darling, come on.
No.
Darling, come on, honey. It's all right. All right. Sure.
She's okay. She's okay.
Never. Someone's come to the door. 2 people.
Mr. Lawrence?
Right.
I'm Detective Sergeant Bevan, and this is my colleague, Detective Constable Holden. I know this is a difficult time for you.
No, that's all right. You're coming and, you know.
Is Mrs. Lawrence here?
My wife is upstairs with the kids, you know.
Stuart, you don't have to go, you know. You don't have to go to school. All right, all right. All right.
Mr. Lawrence, we're your family liaison officers.
We've been making regular visits.
It's our job to provide you with a link to the team at Elton Police Station.
Right.
We'll be coming down, if that's okay, just to keep you informed on the progress of the investigation.
So, has there been any development? Do you have any idea
Well,
who did this?
I'm afraid it's a bit too early to say at the moment. I'm sorry, who are these people?
Clara's a family friend, and Cheryl is my sister-in-law, and Una, just come and visit us this morning.
Well, Mr. Lawrence, all we know so far is that there was an incident near the Kidbrook roundabout on Wellhall Road at around 10:40, as a result of which Stephen was stabbed.
Right. Dewin said it was because he was black.
Well, naturally that's a line of inquiry we will pursue, but...
Mr. Lawrence, what we were hoping is that you might be prepared to come down to the station and help us with a press conference.
Right. Well, I would do anything that you think will help the investigation. Excuse me, what? What? You want to go to school? No, but, you don't have to go to school today.
I know, they just want to go.
If they want to go, let them, How's this going to be packed up with people all day?
Your face all, dry up your face and you have a tissue.
Doreen, I'll walk there, right?
Dry your face and, right. All right.
Meat out the freezer,
Now you look after your sister, right? You look after her and you come straight home, right?
Yes.
Stuart.
Mrs. Lawrence?
Hello. Yeah. There was some milk in there.
We won't trouble you anymore, Mr. Lawrence.
Oh, I asked him for it earlier on. I put it in there.
When can we have Stephen back again?
Well, not until after we've arrested someone, I'm afraid. You see, they have the right to conduct a post-mortem as well. It's perfectly normal practice.
Look, you can
Perhaps
contact
you
us
didn't realise.
at the incident room. Or here's my mobile number. Anytime.
All right, okay, so thank you very much.
Okay.
Well, let me see you to the door. So, you think you'll make an arrest soon?
We've got a lot of experience in this situation, Mr. Lawrence. Okay, thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Right, good afternoon. My name is Detective Chief Superintendent Ilsley, and I'm in overall charge of this investigation. This is Mr. Neville Lawrence, father of Stephen, and he's here this afternoon to make a statement, so I should just hand it over to him. Mr. Lawrence, just take your time.
Right, thank you. I would just like to appeal for any kind of information that would
that would help the police to investigate the murder of my son, Stephen. Stephen was 18 years old, and he was never involved in any kind of street fight. Yesterday, it was like a normal day. We had breakfast, and then he went to get his things ready for school, and I said, don't go anywhere after, because your mom is coming home from her course later that night. And he said, you all right, Dad? Because I've been having a few problems with finding work at the moment. So I said, yeah. I said, yes, of course. And he said, you sure you're all right? And then he left the house, and that was the last time I saw him. He was walking down the road with his rucksack on the way to school, because he was studying for his A-levels. He wanted to be an architect. And, I just can't understand why anyone would want to kill a boy like that.
Have police indicated to you whether there's any BNP involvement in all this?
Is there any kind of BNP involvement?
British National Party, the neo-Nazis.
No, I never heard that.
They're very prominent in the area. They have quarters around here.
Obviously, we are very sensitive to the racial aspect in this case. We're asking young people not to overreact at what is obviously a sensitive time. We don't want people out in the streets, that kind of thing.
Any suggestion of a link to other racist murders in the area?
I really think it's far too early to jump to those kind of conclusions.
Well, there have been 3 others: Roland Adams, Orville Blair, Rohak Degal. They were all killed in the same area, very close by.
Yeah, as I say, it's far too early to jump to those kind of conclusions, and it's not really appropriate at this conference.
Do you think there could be a racist gang operating nearby?
I have no comment to make on those questions. Thank you.
Oh, Neville.
We finished on the run at me.
Council.
Got everything under
They come
control
to secure the
here.
property
Yeah,
because
okay, no
they're saying,
problem.
well,
Okay, I'll speak to
secured
you.
all the
Come
back doors as well.
Mr. Lawrence. Hi, I'm Mark from the ARA, and first may I offer you my condolences to you and your family. And, this is my colleague Carl, and Donna.
Hello, how are you? How are you?
Hi, Mr. Lawrence. Very sorry to hear, and don't worry, we've got everything under control.
All right. Can I say
This
this?
the ARA?
Yes, the Anti-Racist Alliance. We'll council found us, and we'll come down and look after your needs.
Clara.
Hello, my name is Ross Howells. I'm the director of the Greenwich Commission for Racial Equality.
All right.
And I just want to offer you our sincerest sympathies.
All right. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Right, we can offer support to victims of race attacks. And, we need to look after your needs.
Where's Doreen?
She's upstairs.
She all right?
Mr. Lawrence.
We're trying to take the children.
Where are the kids?
That's very important.
No, but my house with Michael.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, perhaps you want to go and see your wife.
Yeah, I must go and
Mr. Lawrence, before you go, do you have any legal representation?
I know. I haven't thought about that.
Perhaps we'll talk about it when you come.
Excuse me. I'll just go and talk to my wife. Doreen. Doreen. Doreen.
right, let's...
Darren, the police liaison officers have come and it's just too crowded downstairs, so I thought that we could just come and sit here for a few minutes, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Right, well, Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence have asked me to act for them. And as you may be aware that they've not ever had any contact with the police before and are feeling a little unsure and have asked me to be present at this meeting. I think what they would like to know at this stage is to have some kind of overview of how the investigation is going.
I do appreciate that, Mr. Khan, but obviously we would prefer family liaison to be confidential. However, we would like to be as forthcoming as possible. So I can tell you, Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence, that we've set up an incident room. We do have more than 20 officers assisting. As from tomorrow, Superintendent Whedon will be heading up the investigation, and we will be continuing to pursue a number of lines of inquiry.
I thought Ilsley was in charge of the investigation.
No, Mr. Lawrence. At the moment, it's Superintendent Crampton, and as from tomorrow, Superintendent Whedon will be taking over.
Any of these lines of inquiry anything to do with these other racist attacks in the area?
Well, obviously, Mr. Khan, we can't, discuss operational details. However, I would like to assure you that we'll keep you informed of any developments.
I think what we need to do first, Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence, is to try and get some more background information on Stephen. Where he went and who with and so on.
Mr. Lawrence, it's perfectly normal practice.
So, what you want to know?
Well, the names of Stephen's best friends, perhaps, so...
Elvin was a good friend.
Elvin.
And Jason.
Do you have surnames for those?
Stephen have an address book somewhere.
Mr. Lawrence, what about Dwayne Brooks? Did he spend a lot of time with him?
Well, a bit, but... Well, I didn't really approve of Dwayne.
Oh, why is that?
I thought he kept him up too late when, he should have been at home doing his own work.
I see.
But why are you asking about black kids? He was killed by white kids, right?
No, we know that, Miss Lawrence.
No, obviously we just have to follow up every possibility. For instance, what was Stephen doing in Eltham?
Well, my understanding is that Stephen had no connection with Eltham. He was just there to change buses.
He was catching a bus.
I fail to understand the relevance of this question.
I think we're in the best position to judge what's relevant, Mr. Khan. And by the way, do you recognise these gloves? They were found at the scene. Did Stephen have a pair of gloves like these? Perhaps he might have recently acquired them to wear them when he went out at night, or...
They're not Stephen's.
We just want to find out whether or not
they're
they
not
belong to...
Stephen's.
What you trying to suggest?
Oh, no, Mr. Lawrence, we're not trying to suggest anything. It's...
My son wasn't no cat burglar, right?
No, I do appreciate that.
It was my son, right?
I appreciate that, Mr. Lawrence. It's just that, sometimes kids wear things.
It was my son, right? It wasn't in no gang either.
We've got everything under control. We've been doing this for many years now, and you can trust us, okay?
Okay, we'll trust you.
Hello? Yeah? Okay, we've got the community schools, okay? Also, you've got the university.
Over 1,000
demonstrations next week, okay? Lovely, thanks very much.
I know. But I'm going to clean it up and plaster it. We've got the demonstration for
My land Friday.
I know.
We've got the big posters and stuff like that.
See this stuff?
Okay, lovely.
Sweetness.
Okay.
It's not a bad picture of Stephen as well. They've got everything about him, the victim's case history. And then they go into a whole other little situation here about his achievements at school, you know.
Excuse me. Phone. People could be phoning in. When I left the house, he was on the phone. I've come back, he's still on the phone. Are you going to pay for it?
Don't worry about that. Because it's important. Because
people are phoning in. That's not the point. People are phoning in. The police.
I know.
We should
Dad, I can't find nothing in there. I can't even find my book.
Now let's just wait until everybody leaves the house, and then we'll find the homework.
Doing anything about it
I think
anyway.
that we should just let them.
Who's not doing anything about what?
You say
Police and that.
Why you say that?
We've already had the search, Stuart. Of course
Nothing's getting done, Mum. Nothing at all.
It takes time. They have to gather evidence and find witnesses. It's not just like overnight like that.
No. All of them know.
You hear something? Somebody say something at school?
Yeah, most of the white kids don't know who it was. That's what I think, anyway.
And did somebody say something?
No, I'm just hearing that they're threatening people now, Dad.
Threatening who?
Not me, but everyone's saying that if they talk, they're going to do them something or something like that. I don't know. Dwayne as well, someone told me that if he talks, he's going to get done. And anyone else who knows anything as well.
Honestly, I think if you come out and condemn the police, it'll make a great deal of difference.
But
the whole black community will come out behind you, I'm sure of it.
But I don't know that I can take that risk because of
It's not your fun, is it?
What have we got to lose?
Are you Miss Stokes?
No, my sister, why?
Listen, I live on the estate, right, and there's some kid there who reckons that he's seen some boys washing their clothes and cleaning up a knife, and he thinks it's them. A lot of people on the estate know who they are, and they told this to the police, and no one's been arrested, and these boys are going around threatening everyone.
What's your name, mate?
Listen, I really, you know what I mean, it's not, I can't tell you that, I can't tell you that, I just thought you ought to know, alright?
Alright, thanks. Right.
Hello. Right. Yeah. No. Oh, wait a minute. Craze. Eltham Craze, right? No, how you spell it? How you spell it? Acorn. Acorn. Acorn and Norris and what's up? Dobson. Right? No, I never heard of that. What's your name? You tell the police? Wait a minute. I can't see that. Oh, no. Wait a minute. Where are they?
What is it? What is it, Neville?
She gave me some names and she said that the boys who killed Stephen are watching the house.
What?
Get back inside the house. Go on and get inside the house.
The car.
They slashed the tires on there. For the car.
Oh, my God.
Come inside, and...
We've got to do something about this,
Yeah,
Neville.
all right.
Somebody's got to know who these people are.
I know.
How close they came to the house, the kids are here. Anything could have happened.
I'd like to speak to the officer in charge of the Stephen Lawrence inquiry. My name is Imran Khan. I represent Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence. You see the problem, Mr. Whedon? Yeah. Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence are hearing all of these rumours. All they'd like to know is when you plan to make arrests. It's Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence.
Thank you.
A few more than I'd expected. I am Detective Chief Superintendent Ilsley, Mrs. Howells, I know. Mr. Lawrence?
Right.
Good to see you. This is Mrs. Lawrence. Detective Chief Superintendent Ilsley, nice to meet you. This lady,
This is Mrs. Slowly.
Mrs. Slowly.
Mr. Khan.
Mr. Khan. Right, perhaps if you'd like to come in. George, my staff officer will seat you. I think we're going to need a couple of more seats there, George, if you'd like to go through. Excuse me. Do go through. Can I have the briefing notes, please? Thank you. I think, Mrs. Howells, if maybe... Yes, George, that's right. Detective Superintendent Whedon will not be joining us, no, Mrs. Lawrence. He's dealing with the day-to-day details of the inquiry. It'll be just myself. My staff officer will be taking notes. I would like to say that I think it is very important for Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence, and I say this to you now, to understand that this is a murder inquiry. It is just not possible for us to answer sensitive questions, give sensitive information about an ongoing operation, and we cannot respond to this kind or any kind of political pressure.
You have no suspect, no prime suspect in the case?
We are researching, as I say, a whole range of possible suspects, Mr. Lawrence.
You ever hear the Eltham craze? I did one of your suspects there, one of your lines of inquiry.
As I say, there are a number of lines of inquiry, but it is just not possible at this stage.
Look, 2 weeks ago, my son was killed. Okay? Afterwards, somebody saw them washing the knife. Everybody knows who these boys are. We've been getting calls. If they're telling us, I'm sure they must be telling you. Look, had this been a gang of black boys, you people would have gone down there and torn that estate apart.
There's been a white family, have police outside their house looking after them right now. No one's looking after the family.
And all we're getting is we're just being patronised. You know, you started off saying to us, you know, we have to understand this is a murder investigation. What are you... How dare you?
Mrs.
Of course we know it's a murder investigation.
We need evidence, Mrs. Lawrence.
Show him.
Hard information.
Look.
Show them.
There you are.
So? You overhear them?
Yes, well, I will say that we will be in touch with you with any significant development, Mrs. Lawrence.
Well, don't throw that away.
Because of the sensitivity surrounding this case, the police are saying little about the people they're questioning. 2 are believed to be brothers, aged 17 and 16. The other, a 17-year-old, was arrested at a separate address. They're being questioned at different police stations in South London.
Right, Dwayne. Now, you may or you may not recognise someone you saw on the evening of the 22nd of April. Look carefully, and if you do recognise anyone, let us know the number. Okay.
As the result of information received, we visited a number of addresses in South East London. 5 male juveniles were arrested and a number of weapons discovered. Dwayne Brooks has since made 2 identifications, and so far 2 youths have been charged with Stephen's murder.
So, was it them, the Eltham Craze, Norris and the Eckhart boys, and Dobson and
it's really impossible for me to say, Mr. Lawrence. They are juveniles. It would be very improper.
Well, how strong is this evidence? You can at least say that. I mean, is it forensic? Witnesses?
Yes, I can say, Mr. Khan, that I am hopeful. At this stage, I'm extremely hopeful, and really that is all I can be drawn on.
Or were they white?
Yes, they were white.
But surely you can say whether it was the same boys who were named in that evidence that...
Mr. Lawrence, no, as I say, what I can say is that I think Mr. Whedon and his team are to be congratulated on doing an excellent job under very difficult circumstances, and I do hope that, as regards criticism that has been levelled at us and the way we've handled this operation so far, that it will be vindicated, and we will be seen in the fullness of time to have made the right decisions, and hopefully we will get a result that that we will all be pleased with.
So, what happens next?
Well, obviously the papers will have to go to the CPS. That's the Crown Prosecution Service, Mrs. Slowik. They'll make any decisions on any further court proceedings. But, Mr. Lawrence, I have to tell you, that is a good way off. In the meantime, we shall hope to be releasing Stephen's body soon. Mr. Khan, perhaps if we deal with those formalities. Yes? Yeah. I just hope, Mrs. Lawrence, that you and Mr. Lawrence will then be able to find some closure in this tragic matter. I do hope so.
So, I've got to arrange a funeral.
At last.
The Lord giveth, the Lord taketh away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. This is the Thanksgiving service for the life of the late Stephen Lawrence from London, England. And we are all here to pay our last respect. As much as it has pleased Almighty God in his wise providence to take out of this world the soul of our departed brother, Stephen Lawrence, we therefore commit this body to the ground, hurt to hurt, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, looking for the general resurrection in the last day and the life of the world to come.
Shining river, sooner pilgrimage will see. Sooner pilgrimage will see. Sooner happy hearts will quiver. Happy hearts will quiver. With a melody of peace. Yes, we will gather at the river, the beautiful, beautiful river. Gather with the saints at the river that flows by the throne of God.
So, Donovan is still in Negril.
Yes. Yes.
And Derek, what happened to Derek?
Derek is in Dragon Bay in the hotel management business.
All right, so it's still in Port Antonio.
Yes,
Hi.
fine.
I would just like to say to you, I'm so sorry about the death of your son.
All right.
And I just pray that God will give you the strength to cope with it.
All right.
What's happening about that now?
Oh, gosh. Well, it's midterm at the moment. I've missed so much, you know. But I definitely want to go back. But, you know, after what happened to Stephen, I just don't make any plans anymore. You know, we were planning for him to go to university.
Really difficult, eh?
You know, I can't remember why I ever thought that I should go to England in the first place, no. You can't remember why?
10 years old, I didn't have much choice in the matter. You chose to go.
You know, we can't make a choice to come back, you know.
I don't know.
What do you think? Maybe. Huh?
Are you serious?
I'm serious. You know, we can come back here. Because, you know, things at home can never be the same again. But, you know, we come back here, we can try and make it work.
What about the kids?
I think they like it here.
Yeah, they seem to.
I think I will come back home and, you know, be a lifeguard here. And,
A lifeguard?
Because I was a champion swimmer, you know. I could swim 10 yards very fast.
Dad said he's going to be a lifeguard.
What kind of lifeguard?
I will save lives. But I believe I can find some work here, you know.
I see.
Hello? Hello, Imran. How are you? Mm-hmm. Right.
Two teenagers accused of murdering a black schoolboy, Stephen Lawrence, have been released from custody after the Crown Prosecution Service ruled that there was insufficient evidence against them. The two were due to be committed for trial next week. 18-year-old Stephen was attacked and killed in April as he waited at a bus stop.
But despite criticism of their handling of the inquiry, the police insist that the murder investigation is still continuing, with 20 officers working on the case. Relatives have passed on the news to Stephen's parents, currently in Jamaica.
You two wait in the car.
Mrs. Lawrence?
Yes.
Hello there, Mr. Lawrence. Hi, I'm Nick from the Housing Department. Sorry, but this is all we could get at such short notice. But at least they won't know where you live, huh?
Right.
Okay, we better go in.
Okay.
Well, obviously, it will do with a bit of clean-up and stuff.
Will the council take care of that?
They might do. You can try them, but I think it really is your responsibility.
Right. All right.
Okay, so I'll leave you to it then. There's the keys.
Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence, Paul from the Commissioner's office. I'll take you straight up. Right. Have you had a long wait? No. Good.
Mrs. Lawrence, Paul Condon. Thank you so much for coming. Mr. Lawrence, Paul Condon, sir. Mr. Cohn. Mr. Cohn. I'd like to introduce you to the Assistant Commissioner. Thank you. This is Ian Johnson. Mrs. Lawrence, Mr. Lawrence. And their solicitor, Mr. Cohn. Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence, could I begin this meeting by just saying how very disappointed we all are that we haven't caught Stephen's killers. Now, as you'll know from the letter I recently sent to you, that I've always taken a very personal, considerable interest in your case. Racism is something which I don't tolerate. I have no time for it, and in fact, you may know that I've actually based my reputation on fighting racism. You have made certain criticisms, and you've made those criticisms publicly. And I think we have to address them. And that's why I'd like to very much to take the opportunity of this meeting to give you sight of a report of an internal inquiry which we've carried out concerning this investigation to date, and which has come to its conclusions. Ian, perhaps if you would just refer to those sections.
This is a document which pertains solely to the investigation into Stephen's death, and I feel very strongly that you should gain sight of it, as has been said. I think maybe, if it's all right with you, if I came and sat between you, it might be easier. Is that okay? You see, we've had one of our top detectives, Chief Superintendent Barker, conduct a review to see if anything went wrong in the investigation. And what I would like to do, Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence, if you will permit me, is to read you the executive summary. Because I feel that we both feel that it would go some way towards putting your mind at rest about a number of things. Yes. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Superintendent Barker concludes, this has been and remains an investigation undertaken with professionalism and dedication by a team who have experienced pressures and outside influences on an unprecedented scale. My observations are, the investigation has been progressed satisfactorily and all lines of inquiry correctly pursued.
Yes, well, there you have it. All lines of inquiry correctly pursued. You see now, with the opportunity of this meeting, what we want to put to you is, and make it quite clear, is that we are not responsible for Stephen's killers going free. It is not our responsibility. I want to propose a new inquiry, a no-holds-barred inquiry, which we headed up by our top detectives. And we will also be employing techniques and methods which we reserve for our most important cases.
When you say a new inquiry, you mean a new criminal investigation?
Yes.
Right? And so that might produce new evidence?
This is what we want.
So
we hope, yes.
There could be a new prosecution, right?
Yes. Look, we all want the same thing. In this room, we all want the same thing. We want to catch these people. Now, my preference is that we do this together. And that requires your cooperation. And what I'm asking you is, can I rely upon your cooperation?
Let me get this clear. You want us to cooperate with you, and you'll cooperate with us.
Yes.
What if 6 months down the line it doesn't work out and you can't prosecute? What then?
What I can assure you is that a full new investigation will proceed, and it's my hope and it's my belief that that investigation will lead to a prosecution, in which case this question would be...
And what if it doesn't? You still haven't answered my question.
I just feel that this is possibly the conversation for a further time. Let's stay with the inquiry. Let's see what that produces.
My name is Neville Lawrence. I'm trying to find my wife, Doreen. She's a student in she's studying for a humanities degree. Listen, you see Doreen? No, because she said that she would be home by 3 o'clock, and you know I'm getting a kind of concerned because you know it's a new neighborhood and everything, and there are only a few places that I think that she could go because I know that we've both been thinking about Stephen lately, and well, all right. If you can come over here and help me with the kids.
So what makes you think she's gone to Wellall Road?
Well, I don't know whether she's gone to Wellall Road, but you know, I just think that she might have gone there because.
But we'll go there, man.
Yeah, I know that, but
it's the next exit, you know, Neville. Look. On the right over there, look. Oh, God, she's crying.
Joy, what? Come on and get in the car.
We're looking
Come on
for
and...
you everywhere. Probably watching us right now, Neville.
Come on and let's go on. Right?
Any one of these houses.
Joy, come on and let's...
I'm going to find them.
Just go on.
I'm going to find out what the police know and what they're hiding from us. And if they won't prosecute, we'll prosecute, won't we? Yeah?
All right.
We'll do that for Stephen.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Now, come on and just...
We're looking everywhere for you. To do something you wouldn't want to change, yeah? Look at all these houses, and you need to tell me nobody saw anything. God, Cheryl, look at this place. Look at this.
It's nasty.
Right on the street. Right
we don't need to be here. Let's go.
Houses.
Let's go. We don't need to be here.
Afternoon, Tooks Court. Can I help you?
Oh, yes, of course.
Not yet, no. It's 3 o'clock, we were told.
Hello, can I help you?
Yeah, fine.
No, I'm sorry, Mr. Maxwell's in conference.
Well, it's quite plain from the papers who did it, and it's quite plain from the papers that the police completely bungled the investigation. In 48 hours after the killing, dozens of people contacted the police and always gave them a combination of the same names. The Acourt brothers, Dobson, Norris. They were well-known knife carriers and had a fearsome reputation for violence. But although people told the police witnesses saw the gang running away after the murder and washing off bloodstains, they didn't arrest them for 2 weeks. Well, the forensic evidence was lost. That's only valid for 48 hours, so that disappeared. But also it gave them time to intimidate and frighten the witnesses, so that when the police finally got back to the source of all this information, because by now the entire Brooke estate knew who'd killed Stephen Lawrence. When the police got back to the source, he'd had the frighteners put on him and would say nothing. I mean, that it took 2 weeks is an extraordinary, unbelievable example of incompetence, procrastination, fumbling to an extraordinary degree.
That's what they're trying to cover up. You know, they don't want it to come out that, you know, this procrastination and fumbling, you know, was a police evidence of police incompetence. But, you know, at the end of the day, these were 15 and 16-year-old kids.
Yeah.
They were younger than Stephen. I can't understand how...
But they had a certain reputation because David Norris has a father, Clifford Norris, who's a majorly drug smuggler and believed to be involved in some 12 gangland slayings. He was quite a serious character.
Are you saying that because of, his father, that he had some kind of influence over the police, that there was some kind of corruption?
Possible. Nothing we can prove. To succeed, first we have to go to a magistrate and persuade him to send the suspects for trial at the Old Bailey at a committal hearing or a pre-trial. Now, most private prosecutions fall at this hurdle. But if we can get beyond that, there's a chance we can get the case heard by a jury. But if we do fail at any stage, then the suspects will be acquitted and walk free forever.
Oh no, you got left all the things out on the table. Sorry, Mum. Well, I'm here doing it now, so never mind. Oh, good girl, you're doing your lunch.
You alright, Dad? Yeah, I'm alright. I'm alright. Imran says that we can't sit in the court.
Yeah?
Same as them.
So we'll be sitting near them. You all right with that?
I believe I'm all right with that.
Mr. Mansfield.
Sir, I appear on behalf of Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence. The charge is murder. We seek leave to take this matter to the Old Bailey to have the issues involved heard in front of a jury.
Thank you.
Please read the affirmation.
I, Dwayne Brooks, do solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare and affirm that the evidence I give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Mr. Mansfield.
Can you tell us what you saw the day that Stephen Lawrence died?
We just left the bus stop, and Steve asked me if I could see the bus. And that was when I saw them come running across the road. It all happened so fast. I saw one of them pulling out something from his jacket And before that, shout out, what, nigger. I told Steve, run, Steve, run. It seemed like he didn't hear me. And then they was on him.
Did you attend identification parades?
Yes.
Did you pick anyone out?
Yes, 2 people.
What role did they play that night?
They were in the gang that attacked Steve.
And do you see the people you picked out in court today?
Yes, I do.
Sir, we can show that Dwayne Brooks picked out Neil Acorte and Luke Knight from identity parades.
Mr. Brooks, how many statements have you made?
2. 3. I can't really remember.
Would you say the descriptions you have given in those statements have been accurate in all respects?
Yeah, well, I don't know, of course.
Yeah. So it's correct, is it then, when you describe in your statement of the morning of April the 23rd, the attacker as having lightish hair, noticeably frizzy with a curtain-style fringe?
Well, I don't know, yeah.
Can you tell us, please, what colour hair Mr. Acorte and Mr. Knight had?
It's dark.
And how long were the attackers visible to you, say you?
While I was running.
You were running and looking backwards, yes?
Looking round.
Snatched glances, a few seconds at most.
Listen, I saw what I saw. That's all I know.
Yes.
There were 2 stab wounds. One with an overarm motion like this, entered the chest just in front of his collarbone, severing 2 major arteries and penetrating the right lung. The other, inflicted possibly as he fell, created an L-shaped gash 5 inches long on Stephen's left shoulder, also severing a major artery. And both blows were struck with a blade at least 5 inches in length and at base 1.75 inches wide.
Were the wounds consistent with the knife recovered?
Yes.
Will the witness be shown Exhibit 14? Could it have been a knife like this that caused those injuries?
Yes.
It is, however, true to say, isn't it, Dr. Shepherd, that you were not able to positively identify any knife as the actual murder weapon?
That is correct.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Shepherd.
Were you able to find a match for any of the fibres found under Stephen's right hand?
Yes. Using computer enhancement techniques, we were able to match the fibres with those taken from a jacket.
Could the witness be shown Exhibit 23? Was this the jacket?
Yes, this is the one. It was found at the house of Gary Dobson.
It's true to say, isn't it, Dr. Collins, it's an extremely common form of jacket available in any high street?
So I understand.
So it would be unwise, would it not, to conclude that any match was in any way conclusive. Indeed, I think you, in your report, you called it of weak evidential value. Is that correct?
That's correct, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Mansfield.
There is one final piece of evidence, we would say vital evidence, which we seek to admit. This videotape.
Sir, I'm reluctant to rise once again, but we have already made clear that we strongly object to this material being admitted. It seems perfectly plain to us that if it were to be so, my clients would be swamped in a sea of prejudice.
Mr. Mansfield.
Well, sir, this tape in question is a police surveillance tape recorded covertly at a premises rented by Mr. Dobson, where the accused met regularly during the latter part of 1994. We say that this tape contains compelling evidence of their involvement in the murder of Stephen Lawrence.
I think you may proceed, Mr. Mansfield.
Thank you.
Do you remember that Enoch Powell? That geezer, he knew straight away. He went over to Africa and all that, right? I said, what happened? Yeah, he knew it was a slum. He knew it was a shitter. He came out here saying they were uncivilised and all that. And they started coming over, and he knew straight away. And he was saying, no, I don't want them here. No, niggas will ruin the gang.
If I was going to kill myself, do you know what I'd do? I'd go and kill every black, every packy, every copper, every mug that's I know, I'm telling you, right? I'll go down to Catford and place where I'm telling you, with 2 submachine guns, I'll tell you, right? I'll take one of them, skin the black alive, mate, right? Yeah? I'll torture him, set him alight, yeah? Blow his legs and arms off and say, go on, you can swim home now.
Let them squirm like tits in a barrel.
There cannot be the slightest doubt that those present on these tapes are violent, sadistic racists with a predilection, indeed a fascination for the use of knives. Secondly, there is similarity. That overarm stabbing motion is precisely the motion used to kill Stephen Lawrence, according to the pathologist. And thirdly, there is opportunity. You can see quite clearly Neil Acorte tucking the knife into his waistband, leaving the flat, going out into the street, not more than a couple of 100 yards from where Stephen Lawrence was murdered. We say this is highly significant. Of course, it will be argued that nowhere on the tapes do the accused admit involvement in the murder of Stephen Lawrence. But let us watch closely and remember that whilst those in the room clearly suspected they might be being recorded, they were not aware of being filmed.
I reckon it was a drugstore yourself.
I was a cracked himself.
Yeah, it's probably a bit of soup, a bit of crack or something. It's all gone wrong. Coons got knackered up, and all of a sudden, 5 innocent people are getting done for it.
Yeah, that's what Francis said.
You know what I mean? Every time it comes on the news, yeah, the real people are laughing their nuts off.
What? The real people think they got away with it, mate. Scot free. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're definitely doing that.
The real people are laughing their nuts off. Just look at the expression on Neil Acorte's face.
Duane, I just wanted to say that, thanks for your evidence. I know it must have been kind of hard for you.
They try and trip you up in it. I did see them, I did see them.
I know.
Mr. Lawrence, me and Stephen were friends, man. We were friends.
Right. The boy is sincere.
Having considered the matter carefully, I rule that there is insufficient grounds to proceed in this matter against Jamie Accord and David Norris, and accordingly they are discharged. However, having considered the identification evidence, together with the forensic and other supporting material, I rule that the case against Neil Accord, Gary Dobson and Luke Knight is sufficient to warrant going forward for consideration by a jury. I'll rise until the next matter is ready.
The parents of the stabbed teenager, Stephen Lawrence, have lost their private prosecution for murder.
But this is a matter of deep regret. Stephen's killers have not been brought to justice. But as you know, today the judge found that Dwayne Brooks' identification evidence was not admissible, and for that reason, regrettably, tragically, the case is over.
Nothing to say, boys.
But I must stress, the police investigation was carried out to the highest possible integrity. An internal review by Detective Chief Superintendent Barker found that all lines of inquiry were pursued satisfactorily, but our officers came under unprecedented pressure from the media and from highly motivated political groups. They carried out their duties to the best of their abilities and to the highest standards. But I'm afraid the case is now closed. Thank you very much.
What about Miss Hadley? What about Justice Lawrence?
All right.
I want to stay home. I don't want to go back there. I believe that we've reached the end of the line, you know?
Stephen would have wanted
No,
us
you
to
can't
fight.
say what Stephen would have wanted because Stephen is dead, right? We just have to accept the fact, right?
No, we don't have to accept the fact. We can try to honour.
I mean,
This hasn't been resolved, Neville. Not by a long shot.
they've got away with it, right? We lost. They killed our son. We can't let them wreck our life, right? What left of
That's
us?
exactly what they want. They want us to run away. Yeah? We have got a right to be there as much as they have. And by running away out here, you ain't going to solve anything. What are you going to solve?
Well, I prefer to stay here. I think we should all stay here right now.
That's what you want.
I think the time is right for us to come home.
For you to come home. It's your home, you know. You're talking about these kids. These kids don't know Jamaica. That is home to them. Now we need you to come home with us. Neville.
I'm sorry.
My room, fix your lunch and fix dinner, and that's my day, right? Oh, that means full day for the beachcombers.
It's really important, this inquest, because basically we didn't get our say, you know, they just threw it out. Basically with this one, I'll be able to speak, you know. Those boys will have to go on the stand and answer for what they did. And it's very important for us to have that opportunity. And it's not going to be easy because Dad's not here either.
They're going to put them in jail?
They don't have the power to put them in jail in an inquest, but they'll have to answer certain questions. Were they there? Do they know anything about what happened to him? Because they didn't have to answer any questions at the Albay. Stephen wouldn't want us to give up now, would he?
Of course not.
He'd want us to find out what really happened, you know, and make sure that these people who did it answer. These boys answer for what they did, not get a walk away scot-free. One day we'll all be able to just relax and, you know, not have any trials to go to or any more meetings and... That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Witnesses have been summoned before this inquest today in the expectation that they will be able to assist the jury in determining how it was that Stephen Lawrence came to meet his death. Was it an accident or unlawful killing? Neil Aycourt? I want to make this perfectly clear. This is not a trial. It's a fact-finding exercise. If you're asked a question, you have the right not to answer it. If to do so is to incriminate you. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you have any information that would help this jury regarding the circumstances of the murder of Stephen Lawrence?
On my solicitor's advice, I exercised my right to silence.
What were you doing on the night of April the 22nd, 1993?
On my solicitor's advice, I exercised my right to silence.
Jamie Aycourt.
Do you know who murdered Stephen Lawrence?
On my solicitor's advice, I exercise the right to remain silent.
You may leave the stand. David Norton.
Did you come here today prepared to assist this court?
On my solicitor's advice, I exercise my right to remain silent.
You're dismissed, thank you. Luke Knight.
Are you going to say no comment to whatever question I ask you?
On my solicitor's advice, I exercise my right to remain silent.
Thank you. You may leave the stand. Gary Dobson.
What is your name?
On my solicitor's advice, I exercise my right to remain silent.
Mockery of justice.
You may leave the stand.
When my son was murdered, the police saw him as a criminal belonging to a gang. My son was stereotyped. He was black, then he must be a criminal. And they set about investigating him and us. My son's crime was that he was walking down the road looking for a bus that would take him home. Our crime is living in a country where the justice system supports racist murderers against innocent people. But still, we followed all the steps open to us. But one by one, the doors were closed in our faces. When we finally brought the case to trial, we found the trial was a travesty, decided before a word was spoken. And why? To what effect? To make clear to black people in this country that before the law, their lives were worth nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will need now to retire to consider your verdicts.
You know, I thought that if I stayed out here, I would begin to feel better. You know, maybe that I could forget. Well, no, you can never forget. But I thought that at least I wouldn't be thinking about it all the time. You know, because I did try. You know, I thought that I was doing the right thing. You know. Tried hard. We both tried really hard to, do the right thing. Because we didn't know, you were just catching a bus. But, I believe that I should have been there. I should have done more to protect you, right? Because that was my job. That was my job, bro. The worst things, I don't know. I'm not sure that I'm doing the right thing, I just don't know. So to kill you and take away my family and your mother is in England. And The worst thing is that we're grieving apart, you know? You can only grieve by yourself, right? And I don't think that she can ever forgive me for that.
Mr. Foreman, has your jury reached a unanimous verdict?
We have.
And what is that verdict?
The verdict by all of us is that Stephen Lawrence was unlawfully killed. We further find that he died as a result of a completely unprovoked racist attack perpetrated by 5 white men.
Lawrence? Hey, coming out? You better say something. I've said all I've got to say. I'm going home to the kids, all right? Excuse me. Out the way, please.
Mrs. Lawrence is obviously very pleased that a jury has at last heard her case. She believes that the victims of race crime have been denied justice for too long. The murderers of Stephen Lawrence are free, and we will be making a formal complaint against the Metropolitan Police in due course so that we can finally get to the truth of what went wrong. This must never, ever happen again. Thank you.
Is there anybody here? How are you, sweetheart?
I'm alright.
Dad! Hey, boy. You alright? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm alright. How are you? Looking well? Fine, man. Yeah.
Hello, Neville.
No? What? How are you?
All right. So how was it? How was your trip? Journey back. How did you leave Auntie Mary?
She's fine, yeah. She,
You didn't bring us nothing back?
No, wait and see.
Look at them. You two are too big for presents, you know.
I'm never too big for presents.
Yeah.
Dad, I got A in history.
You got an A in history?
Yeah. What's wrong with you?
She's a clever
So
girl.
just
She took
because
out
you're
her
gaming
mother.
doesn't mean I'm not.
Yeah, she does. She's
David for Oprah.
shush you and stop saying that.
So, like mother, like daughter.
Yeah, of course.